Most people who try Claude at work give up within 2 weeks. Not because Claude is bad at its job, because they aimed it at the wrong work. Today, I'm going to give you a repeatable framework for finding where Claude actually pays off in your work or business, what I call the hotspot framework. 4 signals scored on a simple 1 to 5 scale. You'll be able to run this on your own task list before this video is over. Here's what actually happens when someone first adopts Claude at work. They pick a task that sounds impressive, something they've been meaning to do, something big, something they can demo, and then it doesn't work very well, or it only works sometimes, and they conclude that Claude is overhyped. They weren't wrong about Claude, they were wrong about the task. The pattern that actually works is almost the opposite of what people intuitively go for. The best use case for Claude are usually boring, not impressive. They're high-frequency, repetitive, language-heavy tasks that drain time every single week. Tasks nobody posts videos about because there is nothing to show off. A good hotspot looks like, I have to write the same type of internal report 47 times a year and I hate doing that. That's where Claude pays off. So, how do you find those tasks systematically? You score any candidate task on 4 signals. I call them volume, drag, fit, and risk. Volume is how often the task happens. Daily and weekly tasks beat quarterly ones by a wide margin because the value compounds. A 10-minute task you do 50 times a week is worth far more than a 3-hour task you do twice a year, even though the 3-hour task feels more significant. Volume is the multiplier on everything else. Drag is how much friction and time the task costs each time. If a task already takes 30 seconds, Claude probably can't do much. If it takes 45 minutes because you have to dig through emails and past notes to reconstruct context, that's where there is real time on the table. Fit is how well the task matches. What Claude is actually good at. This is the signal people get wrong most often. This is actually where most people get it wrong. Claude is not a general-purpose answer machine. It has a specific shape. Strong fit looks like drafting, summarizing, synthesizing information from multiple documents, classifying, transforming text or data into different format, reasoning over a document someone gave it. Weak fit looks like tasks that need exact arithmetic, tasks that require real-time information. It can't access anything where there is exactly one correct answer and you need guaranteed accuracy with no human review. Most of the work you do every week is actually in Claude's wheelhouse, but it's worth being honest about the exceptions, because those are exactly the tasks where people get burned and conclude Claude doesn't work. Risk is the cost of an error, specifically how reversible that error is if Claude gets something wrong. A first draft internal report that you review before anyone sees it, low risk. A legal filing that goes to court, high risk. A message that goes out to 1,000 customers the moment you press send, high risk. Low reversibility. The risk score doesn't mean you never use Claude on important work. It means you think about how much human review is in the loop before anything consequential happens. Once you have those 4 scores, the priority formula is simple. Add up volume, drag, and fit, then subtract risk. I want to pause here because people sometimes look at that formula and think I'm saying ignore risky tasks. That's not what it means. It means start elsewhere. High-risk tasks can absolutely become Claude use cases when you've built a review process and the prompts are proven. But they're a bad first pilot. If your first experience with Claude is a task where errors have serious consequences, you'll second-guess every output and the friction will kill the adoption. Find the low-risk hotspot first, prove the pattern, then expand. A hotspot is a task that scores high on volume, drag, and fit, and low on risk. It's the task where value compounds quickly. The work is clearly within Claude's strength, and errors are caught before they cause problems. That's where you start. One more thing before we go to the demo. The act of scoring tasks out loud with a team, with a client, with a co-founder is actually half the value of the framework. It forces a specific conversation that most businesses have never had. Not should we use AI, but which exact workflow should we try this on first and why? that conversation produces alignment. And the ranked task list, you come out with a concrete output, not just a discussion. And this is how your hotspot scoring table may look like. You don't need a fancy spreadsheet or another Claude prompt to prompt you about your daily or weekly tasks. Just sit down, take some time, and create this simple table in Google Docs. So before we actually look at the table, let's take a look at the signal guide. First, volume. It's how often the task happens. If it's quarterly or rarely, the score is low. If it's daily or multiple times a week, the score is high. Drag is basically how much time it takes to complete the task. If it's quick and already streamlined, that's a low score. Tedious, multi-step, context-heavy tasks, that's a high score. Fit is whether it matches Claude or not. Exact math, real-time data, single correct answer, those are poor choices for Claude. However, drafting, summarizing, synthesizing, classifying text, that's Claude's wheelhouse, so the score is high. Finally, risk is the cost of an error. If it's an internal draft, it's always reviewed, the task is always reviewed, so the score is low. However, if it's an externally exposed task, high stakes, and the task is irreversible, if it goes out to clients or something, then the risk is high. And then finally, again, the high hotspot score is high volume, high drag, high feed, and minus low risk. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the tasks. The first task on the list is converting a YouTube video to a blog post every week. The volume is high because you have to do it every week, and maybe even more often if you're posting or someone else is posting on YouTube quite often. The drag, converting a video script into a blog post, may take you at least a couple of hours. This is a great fit for Claude, and the risk is very low because before you post a blog post, you're going to be reviewing it. Usually you'll create it as a draft, review it a couple of times, and then post it. So this gives us high priority, and that means it's a good candidate to delegate this task to Claude. Draft first pass client status report from raw campaign data. If you're doing it often, every week, the volume will be high. It may take you a lot of time. The fit is also good for Claude, and the risk is low because it's a draft, a first pass client status report. So maybe some other coworkers will take a look at it. Therefore, if there is a mistake, it's going to get caught and the risk is low. So again, the priority here is high. Now we have some other tasks that may be good candidates for Claude, but let's take a look at the ones that may not be. Prepare talking points for a client call. Maybe you don't have to do those calls that often, so the volume will be a 3. It's probably going to take you very little time to get through those points, so the drag will be 2. It's actually a good fit for Claude. The score is 4. However, if you mess up something, the risk will be a little bit high. So this task may be a lower priority for Claude. Reconcile monthly invoices in the accounting system. Depending on how often you do it, probably quarterly, your volume is low. It may be a very good amount of work and may take you a lot of time. However, Claude is poorly suited for this task, so the fit score is fairly low here. And the risk of a mistake, clients getting invoiced incorrectly, is very high. So obviously, the overall score is low. Final sign-off on which campaign creative goes live. It also has a low score because of the high risk, and Claude isn't very good at this kind of decision either. So yeah, this is how you can basically create your hotspot scoring table and then choose 1 or 2 tasks to actually use Claude to automate. Here's what actually matters from this video. The framework is 4 signals: volume, drag, feed, risk, combined into one priority score. The insight behind it is that most valuable place to start with Claude is rarely obvious. It's almost always a boring high-frequency task that nobody would demo at a conference. The impressive-looking tasks usually have low volume or high risk or poor fit, and they're ones that produce disappointing results and stalled adoptions. The output of running this framework is a ranked task list that's not a vague plan, that's an actual starting point. Here's your one next step, and it takes under 10 minutes. List your 8 most repeated work tasks right now, score each one on volume, drag, feed, and risk, each out of 5. Find the 2 with the highest priority score. These are the 2 tasks you try with Claude this week. Not the most exciting 2, the highest scored 2. That's the framework. That's where this starts.